Well, I'm on my way to another auction. This one is probably my best one yet. It's got a little bit of everything there's something for everybody here. Whether you're an IH man or a John Deere man or a Case man or Ellis man or woman or whatever, there's something there for you. Everything's most of the tractors are restored. Most of them look pretty decent. There's some cat power there. There's an old 60 and a 30. There's lots of good stuff there. So let's check it out. Here's a Caterpillar 30 tractor. It's the late 20s, early 30s. It's got the corrugated canopy on and stuff. Looks really nice. Even the undercarriage is actually pretty decent on it. It's got a drawbar on it. But this has been restored decently. I think gas tank's a little dinged, but something like this, if this is around the bush, you could expect that kind of deal. But still it's a nice old cat. It's restored pretty decently. Here's a 1020. I don't know what year this one is. It's still a gray one. Like, these were built till about 39. I think these are about the longest running production tractor IH made, next to the Cub and 140. It's got the flat belt on it yet. I think they might have changed them up to a V later on. It's got a brass carburetor. The 1020's got changed up over time, just like anything else, but the later 1930s 1020s were completely different than this, but it's got a muffler on it and everything. KC 117322, I don't know what year that would be. It's got full steel on it. It's a nice little tractor, it really is. It's done up nice and stuff. It's got an American Bosch magneto. I think the correct magneto would be the E4A. The International on this one, this old. But there's a nice 1020 for somebody. Here's a Massey-Harris 81. It's about, I think the 20 replaced it. Nice little tractor. It's nice and straight. New tires all the way on the back. They did some fixing on this fender, but other than that, this is actually a pretty nice little tractor. Some tractors you get some rough stuff when they're restored, just simply because you can't find the parts to get it right, to get 100%, and you just fix it as best as you can. But all in all, this is a nice little tractor. It's a very nice little Massey-Harris. Here's a W4. This one is about somebody put these lights on here. There's not the proper brackets and stuff for it. The proper brackets on these tractors mount up front on this. The first ones to mount in here, with this bolt being the... this bolt was one of the bolts on it, and it was mounted to the radiator. The first ones, I think, of the 4s or 49s, they did that too. The 4s are the last ones they did that with. Brand new tire on this side and at front and back. Serial number is 10666, so this is a 44 like mine. Mine's 10839. It's a nice looking little tractor. I don't know what they did with the light bracket here. It's light bracket, it is an IH one, but wonder if that was I guess the regular W4 light bracket's bolt in here, and this one is IH, but it's mounted higher. Haven't seen one like that. I don't know if that was added on or if that was an option, but it's neat. It's a nice looking old tractor. Somebody changed the steering wheel at one time. This tire is older, but it's still holding the air. It's got the belt pulling stuff. Here's an Allis-Chalmers B. There's actually a pair of Allis-Chalmers B's here. I'll go with this one first. Says this was a 41B. Somebody put an alternator on it, which is fine. Sometimes you don't have a lot of choice to do that anymore. It's an older restoration, but it still looks nice. Good tires on it. All the way around. So there you go. Here's another Allis-Chalmers B. This one looks identical to the other. Oh, can't read what he wrote on this. It's 1942, I think it says. This one was done up nice too. It's a good little, they're both nice little tractors, they really are. Here's a Farmall C. This one's got a magneto, and this one does not have the touch control. Some of them were ordered without the touch control, especially the tractors that came up here. Yes, this one's actually the nicest restoration so far. Actually, I like this little guy. Nice little C. Zenith carburetor. This one's a 49C. 9.5 R36, so he's got radial tires on. I gotta go around the other way to get to the back. Another nice new rubber on all the way around on this one. This is a nice little C. It's got the proper gauges on it. This is about best restoration of the bunch. Oh, this one's in gear. Pull this out. Nope. Haven't started this one. Won't. I haven't. The battery seems dead too, but it still is a nice restoration. You can see it's a good tractor. So there you go. Here's a little 8N Ford, a pedal jumper. It's a nice restoration, new rubber all the way around it. So there you go. Here's a Case D, real nice one. These are the standard versions, the standard tread versions. These DC4s are row crop, but this is the standard tread version, and it's amazing how much more compact these are to them, but they're same power and stuff. The real nice tractor, like this has cutoffs on it, so it'd be early, I would think. This one, considering the fact that it has cutoffs, means it probably had steel since it was new, and look at the fenders aren't that bad or anything on it. It's a very nice outfit. Here's a little Cletrac HG crawler. This thing's quite wide gauge actually. Look how much wider it is than be easy to work on like that and be very stable. It's a good idea, but it's a real nice straight little crawler. It's got the belt pulley on it and stuff. Undercarriage actually looks really good. Look at that. Look how good the sprockets are and stuff. It's got a belt pulley on the back. If you see somebody rebuilt this, it's made out of plywood, but that's okay. good little outfit. Here's a little T-20 International, looks really good. It's a really nice straight tractor. 1939 T-20, serial number 5T15072. Okay. These pads are actually offset on this thing. They're wider to one side than the other. Look at that. I think that could be for PTO or something on this lever here. Undercarriage, the rails are definitely down, but it's got, at least it's, it'll run. They did the seat and everything in it, on it. This one's got a PTO on and everything. Nice little tractor. It's a very nicely restored little T-20. Here's a John Deere 420. Complete engine rebuild, final drive, clutch, brakes, rollers, less than 5 hours on the engine. So this is completely done. It's got new undercarriage, or the undercarriage looks really good too. The link height's good, it's a little loose here, but the undercarriage is as good as you could expect on one of these. This tractor has been completely done. It's a very nice John Deere, it really is. About as good a 420C as you'll ever find, I think. Here's a John Deere A, a Style D. An earlier Style D, like the later Style Ds would have a pulley cover like that on them, and this one's the open one. But it's a nice little tractor. It's got good tires all on. It's got, this tire's brand new on it. The other one's really good. It's got the Power Troll hydraulics on it. This is a nice outfit. Very nice John Deere for somebody. There you go. Here's a John Deere AR style AR. This one says it's the 51. I'll believe that. These aren't professionally painted, but they are still very nice tractors. You never, none of them you'll have to be ashamed of, that's for sure. The tires are serviceable on this tractor. It's 14,926 is like a W4 takes. 276,530, okay. Nice John Deere AR for somebody. There you go. Here's a John Deere D. This one's a hand start one. It's got the spoked wheels, so it'd be an earlier style D. Oh, this one's a 39, so this is one of the first style Ds. Tires are smiling a bit on the back, but this one definitely does need attention, but it's holding the tractor up. $145,781 is the serial number. It's a nice John Deere actually. The perfect no, is it good? Yes. This tire is decent. So is this one. This is a good old tractor. Here's a John Deere AR. This one's an unstyled AR. Oh, what happened to the hood here? It's eaten out. I think it's eaten out just by wear, but it's still there. It's an older restoration. Tires look good on it. It's 255, 358, so it's a hand start one. I think it's in gear, that's why I can't turn it. I don't believe it's seized. I think they left it in gear to hold it on this side hill. Fenders are a bit rough, but sometimes you gotta work with what you gotta work with. It's good rubber all the way around. There's nothing to be ashamed of this tractor. It really isn't. There really isn't. So there you go. Here's an old Cat 60, and this one's nicely restored. Actually, they're fairly nice anyways. It's the 19 late 20s, I think. It's got, they put tarps on the side of the canopy to let down. That's just there for decoration. You wouldn't run this in the winter anymore, but these, of course, as I have mentioned before, they're pry bar start. You stick a bar in the flywheel to start them. And of course, you gotta prime them. There's a procedure of starting these out, and of course, you gotta retard the magneto because you'll get a real kick out of it if you don't. So when the gas tank's nice and straight, this is a nice Cat. This one's actually nicer than the 30 was. All the guards are on. The undercarriage is down, but it still works. There's your drawbar. You can see this is cut off. Somebody had corks on this, saying they put too many corks on it anyways, but they did have corks on it. Prevent side slippage in winter. Yeah, this is a nice outfit. I like Caterpillar 60s. They're neat. They're a neat cat. They're just a real neat machine. Here's a Ford, I believe 9N. Looks good. To me, it's an older restoration, but it still looks really nice. New rubber on the back. That's a big deal. Of course, these are a 3-point hitch tractor that they are built around. It's a nice little Ford for somebody. Here's a little VA case. This is a nice little tractor. New rubber on the front. Somebody put an alternator on, which is fine. The tires are not new on the back, but they certainly are serviceable. It's a nice little outfit. So there you go. Here's a 350 Wheatland. This one's a very nice tractor. It's got lights on the front, the proper lights. I guess decal says Wheatland Special on it. Wish I had a tape measure. I'd measure it up and find what it is, but that's what they did. They put a decal on under the 350 on these. These, of course, have updraft exhaust on them. The air cleaner, I've never seen one they didn't put through the hood on. Apparently the torque amplifier is good on it, but it's a nice straight tractor. Platform's good. Somebody put a 3-point hitch setup on. This tire's smiling at you, but the other side's better. This one's got the auxiliary fuel tank, and look at that, it's hooked up and someone put an inline filter on it. It's 12 volt. I don't know if this has got the, like these, no, somebody put an alternator on it, but some of these could have a 12 volt generator on them too from the factory too as well. It's a nice little 350, it really is, so there you go. Here's a KSD C4, nice tractor, nice and straight. The tires are down, but they're certainly serviceable. For a show tractor, they're certainly all you need. This one's smiling at you. It's still a nice little tractor. So there you go. Here's another KSD C4. This one's another nice tractor. Nice and fairly straight. I don't know why this is eaten out and thin. It must have ran loose and rubbed too, would be my guess. Front tire is smiley, but the back ones are nice. Like, they're not perfect, but they're decent. They're runnable. Looks like a brand new battery on it. This tire here is smiley again on this side. I don't know why the right tires are smiley on these, but they are. There's a nice DC4 for somebody. Here's a Cockshutt 30. New rubber on the front. Nice straight tractor. Nice back tires. This one's cracked a bit, but it's still serviceable. The other one's really good. Yeah, this is a nice tractor. You don't have to be ashamed of it, that's for sure. So there you go. Here's a WF Allis-Chalmers, a real nice one. It's new rubber on all the way around. They're a compact tractor for, these are for their size. Like, I think these are bigger than a 4, but I could be wrong. So there you go. Here's a Cockshutt 70. This one, this is what they used for shutters. They had a canvas that you pulled up and there's a chain hook to it. That's kind of neat. I think the headlights are proper for this. I think these are a little 6-cylinder engine in them. New rubber on the front. Back tires are serviceable, but they're little tires for the size of the tractor, no doubt about it. This one's got a Joyrider seat on it. You got new gauges, of course, the proper Oliver gauges, because these are an Oliver tractor. We put twin back lights on the back. This is a nice straight old tractor. So there you go. Here's some engines. Here's a Newton 8 horsepower engine. I don't know what this is. It looks suspiciously like a Briggs. Here's a couple Wisconsin's restored ones. AKN, ACN. They're both nice looking engines. Here's a little Terry generator. Here, this Honda is an older Honda engine. Here's a Clinton engine. What is this? Massey-Harris. I didn't know Massey-Harris made air-cooled engines like that. Very neat. Here's a Briggs on a little air compressor. Here's a Judson engine. Here's a Massey-Harris engine. What's this? This is Fairbanks 3-horse Fairbanks Morris. Here's a vertical Novo engine. Here's a Type M 1.5 when they made the wooden skid for it and everything. Here's another engine right here. This one I think is Kohler. Yeah, it's a Kohler. Here's an LB engine. This one's got the hopper tank on it. 1.5, 2.5. Here's a Simplicity engine. It says mag not working, but it's a Simplicity. Here's a Lister engine, a vertical one. I believe this is a big Galloway engine. This is a 5-horse Galloway, big hit and miss engine. I did these. This looks like it's a Lister as well, but yeah, it is. It's a 3-horse Lister on a wagon. Here's a 1.5 horse Type M on a wagon. Here's an LA 1.5 to 2.5 engine. Here's an LB. Here's another LA 1.5 to 2.5 engine. Here's a little Fairbanks Morris. Here's an IH right here, a vertical air-cooled engine. Don't know what these are, these are called, but I've seen them before. Yeah, famous IH, famous engine, 2 horsepower, 1908. There's another little Fairbanks engine. Here's a little Iron Horse engine. Here's a Maytag engine. I think these two little guys are Briggs and Strattons. I could be wrong, but I think they are. Little kickstart ones. What's this? Cushman motor scooter 4-horse Husky engine. Okay. Here's a Briggs. Here's a Clark engine. Here's another Briggs, an old one. This is Briggs and Stratton 6-horse. There you go. Here's a generator of some kind. I thought it was a welder, but it says generator. Electric generating machine. It's made by Hobart. 1942. Got a battery. It's got room for a battery and stuff. This is a GMC power unit. I didn't realize that. Thought they were just truck engines, but I guess not. It's got a clutch on it and stuff. It looks to me like this is built as a power unit. Oh, Edmonton Motors sold it. Okay. I think they still a Chevrolet dealership actually. Here's a little Chevy engine right here. This is automotive, I'm sure of it. Here's a 6-cylinder engine. I'm not sure what this is. 57 230 or 1957 235 Chev engine. So there's a couple of automotive engines for you. Here's a little Lincoln welder with a Wisconsin engine. This has been done up. VH4D Wisconsin on it. It's a Lincoln SA 200. It looks like a real decent outfit. Here's an international power unit. This, I believe, is a C153 engine. Yeah, it is so. It's a newer C153. It's a power unit with a clutch on and everything. So there you go. Here's some of these walk-behind garden tractors. This one's got new rubber on it and stuff. It's got Calvator on the back. Quick manufacturing, and it's got a Clinton engine for power on it. This one looks like a classic Briggs on it to me. Could be anyways. This is just a tiller. I don't think this is a walk-behind tractor, just a rear-tine tiller with a Briggs on it. I'm not sure what it is. Here's an outfit. Here's a walk-behind mower. Of some kind. Here's another walk-behind tractor. I don't know what this is. I don't think it's a David Bradley Plant Jr. tractor. That's what it is. It's got a Briggs on it for power. It's a neat outfit, and he's got a cart that you just ride behind it on. Steel wheels, so she's early. Here's just another tiller with a Briggs and Stratton engine on it. Here's a little Ford garden tractor. It's got a blade for pushing snow on it. Ford LGT. So LGT 165, so there you go. Here's a buzz saw, another buzz saw, and here's a conveyor, firewood conveyor. Here's a cultivator. This is IH. I don't know for sure, but I think this could, no, it's not IH either, but here's a cultivator you sit on. This one I'm pretty sure is John Deere. And this is a rope trip lift one, a cultivator, a little cultivator. Here's a two-bottom plow. Here's a gas pump. This is British American BA. I believe that's what BA stands for. This is a restored gas pump. Look at this. There's more gallons on this than dollars. This is a Bennett pump. That takes us back a while now. There's more dollars than liters. So. Here's a wellhead. Baker Manufacturing Company, Evansville, Wisconsin. So this is imported from the U.S. and it's got the handle. It's got just a wellhead. The jacks are outside if you want to put a jack on it. Here's this is for a wet well. This is a pipe that goes off a pump jack and a grinder of some kind. Here's a Monarch pump jack, and here's a couple other pump jacks. Here's some old post drills. There's 3 of them. This one was run by a line shaft, and it has been restored. A couple old vices here. Here's an old forge. This is Kennedy Auto Manufacturing Company, Chicago Heights, Illinois, USA. Okay. This one's got a hood on and stuff. Here's just a blower. This is Kennedy Auto 2. Here's a Buffalo forge. There's Canadian blower and forge, and there's your blower and there's the forge, and there's some tongues with it. More vices. Here's some belts, 7 by 120, 8 by 96 foot, 7 by 86, 6 by 96, that looks like a real good one. 30 foot by 6, 90 by 7 inch, 6 inch by 40, 42 foot by 7 inch. 6 by 44, 14 by 8, 30 foot by 6, 70 by 40, wow. Here's a scale on wheels, a beam scale on wheels. Here's some chainsaws, home lights, skill saw chainsaw, a couple of those Pioneers. McCullough, an old one. Here's a generator with a Briggs on it. Here's an old snowmobile, a Skidoo snowmobile. Looks like it's in really good shape. So there you go. Here's a couple of anvils here. Here's a power hacksaw with an antique electric motor. Here's a couple more belts here. Here's a whole pile of lights and stuff. Magnetos. Hydraulic parts, some vintage cylinders. Some are John Deere. That looks like an IH. That red one is something there. Case toolbox, valves. Here's some more belts. Just some real good stuff here. Here's some John Deere parts. Some stuff's for a D and whatnot. This is IH, this is W6 grill for an earlier W6. The battery box with no floor in it. Generators. Joyrider seat base. Some more, this looks like Oliver maybe. More John Deere parts. More John Deere parts, fenders and stuff. Nice bunch of stuff. Here's an Elamite grease gun for track rollers. Not sure what this is. It's an oil pump of some kind. I think a rotary one. These look like tubs for a John Deere D, actually. Well, there's no question that was a good sale. There's lots of good stuff that you don't find that every day. You just don't. There was nothing was what I'd call a perfect restoration, but there again, I think these people are a little fussy with their restorations, and a lot of this stuff is gotta be better than what they were brand new. But still, everything, I still like these tractors. I like these engines. I like everything that was here. It doesn't get much better than this. It really doesn't. Well, God bless you. I'll catch you at the next video. Please like and subscribe.